up everyone, my name is Baker like Anita and welcome to my video channel. Today I'm going to be making Lammingtons, which involve like a sponge cake. I'm going to coat it in like a chocolate sauce, I guess, and then put some coconut on it. Yeah, this is like a family recipe that my mom's been making since I was a kid, so I'm missing home a lot. So I'm going to be making Lammingtons today. So yeah, let's get to it. What you're going to need is some margarine. This is 125 grams. Some flour, sugar, baking powder, some eggs, and then I have some milk here. This is almond milk, but you can use any milk that you like. And then for the chocolate coating, I have cocoa, coconut, icing sugar, and then some margarine for the base. Margarine. I use margarine most of the time because hey, butter AIBs guys, and like ain't nobody got time for that. So this is the margarine. I usually don't add salt in the recipes because margarine already has salt and I don't want to make the cake taste weird or anything. So I'm going to go in with the margarine and then add 1 cup of sugar. I've halved like the normal sort of measurements for this recipe because I don't want to make too much of this. Like, who's gonna eat all of this? So I'm adding in some vanilla essence. This is like a basic of any cake, a sponge. So I've decided to go in with the electric mixer simply because I feel like the sugar is really granulated because it's brown sugar, so it's not caster sugar, which is what I should be using for baking. Anyway, we move. I'm just very conscious of the fact that sometimes you can overmix the batter and then it flops. So don't overdo it, basically. Okay, so I'm just going to add my flour that I've measured. So this is 1.5 cups. So I usually like to add like half of the flour and then half of the milk that I'm going to be using, just so that it incorporates it properly into the batter. So sifting the flour, I remember like back in the day, it used to be so that you don't get any like particles into the cake and all the big parts are like made smaller. But now you get pre-sifted flour, but you still have to sift it so that you so that the flour is aerated and then
Yes, haha. But I'm going to go and sing like this.
The thing is with adding milk to like a sponge cake, or particularly this sponge recipe, is that sometimes you find that when the weather is quite warm and it's really hot, that the mixture doesn't need as much moisture from the milk. So you can add just enough, so just as the recipe dictates. But I usually find that when it's colder or when the weather is cooler, that I add more milk because the batter tends to tense up and just be more rigid when it's cooler. So I add more to make the cake softer. I'm making a mess. I'm just gonna add the baking powder. Please don't mind my containers. These are like old containers from when I used to decorate cakes with fondant. So I like to reuse the tubs and they're pretty handy. I've had them for like quite a long time now. So I'm going to add 1 and a half teaspoons of baking powder. This is usually directly correlated to the amount of flour that you've added. So since I added 1.5 cups of flour, then I have to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So I have here a inch pan, but I'm not doing a run. But I have a pan of a certain number of inches. So I'm gonna scrunch up the paper so that you can manipulate it in the way that you want it to fit into the pan. So I've added here 3 cups of icing sugar, 2 tablespoons of cocoa, and then this is just about 30 grams of margarine. So I'm gonna melt it over the stove top that's on a medium heat until the margarine's melted, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of water. So you're gonna wanna take the piece of sponge cake. There's quite a bit of crumbs, but I mean, that's not a train smash. Just gonna add a bit more water so that it continues to be like a pouring consistency that's more wet than it is thick. So I'm gonna take this piece here and just sort of dip all of the sides. And yeah, so this is quite a messy task, but I promise you it is worth it. So I haven't dipped all 6 sides, just so that I'm able to hold it up. And so this is quite a messy task, but I promise you it is worth it. So I haven't dipped all 6 sides, just so that I'm able to hold it up. And yeah, that's how you do it. And we're just gonna keep doing that until we've covered all of them. I would advise to keep like a bowl of water on the side, because your fingers are gonna get a bit sticky, and you are definitely going to be tempted to lick your fingers. You do it while it's still a bit warm, because then the icing doesn't clump up.
Uyayivinto? Uyakhala Jayas?
Shout out to my tripod.